so much for joining me on my program once again. I appreciate you wherever you're joining me from. I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Accept my greeting according to your time zone. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so that you'll be notified anytime I upload a video. You can be among the first to receive it. Then go to the comment section at all times. Leave your comment, drop your contribution. If you have suggestions, make it out there. If you have any criticism, put it down on the comment section. It will make us to get better, presenting you a better program. Thank you. So any place you are watching us from, I appreciate you. I thank you. If you are watching from Biafra land, from Asia, from Europe, from America, from Australia, thank you so much. Thank you very much for joining. I appreciate you. We must continue, and our freedom is sure. Today is Sunday. Those of us who are Christian, myself, I'm a Christian, but first of all, I'm a Biafran before a Christian. So I don't forget my Biafranness because I'm a Christian. That is why after going to church on Sunday, I still have to come here to worship with my beloved brothers and sisters, worship as Biafrans, and to say what is relevant and speak about things that concerns us. That is why we are here today. So you are all welcome, and today we have to speak about the issue that concerns us, the issue of Biafra. Biafra project is what we're going to talk about. The Biafran project is a project that must be carried out. Biafran project is a done deal. It doesn't matter whether you buy into it or you don't buy it, whether you like it or you don't like it. Biafran project has become a reality. It has become a reality. If you're one of those who is still thinking that Biafra project is a guesswork or Biafra project is something that is pushed aside, you better stop thinking in that way. You're wasting your time. Biafran project has become a mandatory project which Chukwu Okike have placed in the hand of the Biafran people, and I thank Chukwu Okike that people have taken responsibility to make sure that that Biafra come to reality. That is why today you see very many of us online on media speaking about the situation of the Biafran people, talking about the Biafran situation, and we will continue to do so. No matter what the enemy does, no matter the blackmail and propaganda of the enemy, we will continue to stand firm and continue to speak on behalf of Biafran people. We will continue to let the whole world know where we are, know what is going on, and know the situation that we find ourselves into. And at the same time, we will walk our way out of that very contraption that the British have forced us to be into. Today, a lot of drama is playing out. A lot of things are playing out. And for everything that plays out today is a confirmation that everything we have been saying in the past is the truth and nothing but the truth. Whatever thing you see happening today is a confirmation to show the world that every request we've been making, every of agitation has been for a good cause. And we know what we are doing. Initially, people were saying that, why are we complaining? People are saying, why are you asking for Biafra? Even Biafran people themselves. It is so shocking that most Biafrans also join in that very statement and they ask you, why are you calling for a breakup, that they prefer being together? But today, I thank Chukwu Okike that it has become very clear to everybody, not only Biafran, to the whole world and Biafran friends, that we are not wanted in that contraption called Nigeria. That is why we have decided to take our fate into our own hand. And I thank Chukwu Okike who has given us somebody like our Supreme Leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, who took it upon himself to fight for Biafra. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu took up the challenge since 2011, and he was there fighting and talking on a daily basis, preaching the gospel of Biafra for more than a decade. And finally, so many of us wake up and we keyed into that very message. And today, here are we, carrying that message on, even in the absence of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, of which we know that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is going to join us very, very soon. So we have to continue on that message, that assignment that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has started, that perfect foundation that he has led. That is where we will continue to stand until we get into our freedom. Today, the person that is piloting the affair of Biafran people is undoubtedly nobody but Mazi Simon Ekpa, the new Prime Minister of Biafran government in exile. It is very important to speak about that because for a very long time you have been seeing many propagandas and blackmail coming up, and the enemies are not relenting. The most painful part of it is that most of the people who are challenging the authority of the Biafran are still the same Biafrans who we are fighting for. The same people who we are fighting for, they still have to be able to propagate this propaganda and push forward lies against us. But are we going to chicken out because of their attitude? Of course, we will not. We will not. If you know what you are looking for, you are fighting for, you have to continue, because most importantly, the fight we have embarked on is not just for anybody, it is for myself, it is for yourself. You that is speaking truthfully and pursuing the cause of Biafra truthfully, you are doing it for yourself. If I'm doing it truthfully, I'm doing it for myself. So if I'm doing it cunningly, I'm doing it for against myself. Whatever you are doing today for or against Biafra, you are doing it against yourself, as long as you're from the old southeastern region. As long as you're from the old southeastern region, anything you do against Biafra or for Biafra, you are doing it for yourself. That is why most of us today, when we engage in this struggle, we are not engaging in the struggle because of selfish interest. We are not engaging in the struggle to support one person or the other for no reason. We only support the truth, and that is it. We support the truth and only the truth. And if you feel that we are not supporting the truth and you have that our truthfulness is not enough for you, or you have something else in your mind that you feel is the truth, well, it is your own hand to support whatever you feel you can support. But make sure you do not attack each other. Make sure you do not attack those who are working on their own path. Because as we see, there are so many ways that is going to lead to our freedom. Mazen Nanekano made it open and he said, if you know what you are going to do to make sure that Biafra come, go ahead and do it. So many of us today that are in autopilot, we have already created our own path on how to get Biafra. And among all the groups that are fighting for Biafra today, the only group that still have a clear roadmap on how to get Biafra is the autopiloted IPOB. Only the autopiloted IPOB still have a clear roadmap on how to get Biafra. That is why you see what is happening today. When you hear about the Biafran government in exile, it speaks volume. It speaks volume. That is one of the strategies that you must use if you are serious with what you are doing. If you are serious about actualization of Biafra or making Biafra a reality in this year, that is one of the things we must do. That is why when our new Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, announced that the Biafran government in exile have been fully activated, I was so happy. I was so happy. So today, we don't have to get worried. You don't have to have any doubt again. If we know what we are doing, or if we know what we are today, it has become very, very clear that we are fully doing the right path. And some people who may be out of ignorance or out of their selfishness or hatred or envy and jealousy, they have denied the Biafra exile in exile. I urge you to come back to your senses. If you are a true Biafran, if you are a true Biafran and you don't know what is called Biafran government in exile, I beg you to take your time. Take your time, make a research on that. Go to the Google and search on it. Go to anywhere, you can go to Wikipedia and search any book you can lay your hand upon. Make research. Search about Biafran, about government in exile. Check government in exile. When you look it up, then you will know that that is one of the most important things that we should do at this time. That's the most important thing we should do, to let people know that, yes, we are still in touch. Yeah, welcome, my beloved brother, Solomon. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. Thank you for joining, Solomon. So,
yeah, thank you for
yeah, you're welcome. So, as I was saying, every one of us should pay attention to that very Biafra government in exile. It is not a joke. It is not a propaganda. We didn't just wake up and form it. Master Simon Ekpa did not just wake up and concoct something in his brain and begin to tell us. Biafra government in exile is something, one of the major things that you must do if you are serious. If you want to be taken serious. If you want to be taken serious in the struggle, you want to be taken serious by the international community that really, that Biafra is coming and Biafra is not there. That is one of the things you must activate. And I can't see that Master Simon Ekpa activated that Biafra government in exile. Biafrans are not the first people to do that. So many countries you are celebrating today, so many countries of the world that you are celebrating today, they had that in their own time. They had that in their own time when they were passing through difficulties, when they are passing through the journey of creating a better nation. Some nations you are celebrating today, they had they had government in exile before finally they got their ground and they came back and established a nation. So when you hear Biafran government in exile, it is a very strong establishment. It is a legitimate establishment. It is confirmed, signed, and registered. It is not a child's play. Neither is it a scam. So if you're one of those who is not yet convinced, or who is thinking that maybe it's just a word that was made up, I beg you, spare your time. Take out your time. Go and make your research on Google. Look, lay your hand on any book you can lay your hand upon. Read about Biafra. Read about government in exile. Read about government in exile. This government in exile should have been an establishment long before now. It should have been an long before now. It is one of the things that Mazen Nandekano put on the ground. It is one of the strategies that Mazen Nandekano put on the ground, but there were no capable hands to manage it. There were no capable hands to manage it. This is one of the things that Mazen Nandekano have been crying for. One of the things that Mazen Nandekano was pushing for and trying to see where he's going to hold hand to make sure that he's anchored. Until at this time that our spokesperson, Master Simon Ekpa, engaged into it, activated it, and the Biafran people voted him in as the Prime Minister of Biafran government in exile. And I tell you, going forward, a lot of things have been happening. There have been different kinds of diplomatic meetings recently on daily basis. Our Prime Minister is so engaged, engaging the world, engaging United Nations, engaging many foreign bodies and governments of the world. Every Biafran, we need to stand up and do that right, and we need to be happy for the situation. When you hear Biafran government in exile, this is a partial declaration of Biafra. Nobody can come now and tell you that Biafra is dead. Or those of them who are deceiving themselves in the zoo, telling themselves that Biafra is dead. The world know that Biafra is much alive. For the people who have been pretending, now the world itself, the British and the Americans, they know now that the Biafra is very, very, very much alive. It has been working fully. Biafran government in exile is registered. Government in exile is legitimate. We were not the first people that engage in it. So many countries are worshiping today, they passed through that road and they got us to where they are today. That is why I thank you for Master Simon Ekpa, who is doing a great job. Yeah, welcome, my beloved brother. I allow you to come in, say something about the topic we are discussing, about the Biafra issue. The Biafra is now, it is a done deal. The project of Biafra is a done deal. It's a done deal for those who think that maybe we are joking, we are playing, those who said after countdown, what next? Those who are expecting for us to begin to cause confusion unnecessarily. Biafra,
okay,
restoration is a done deal. Come in, my brother.
Okay, thank you once again for giving me a platform to speak to our people. Once again, I welcome all our brothers and sisters all over the world for our today's program. It's very, very encouraging to always listen to the truth and be part of what we are doing right now, knowing through way that we are making a lot of tremendous progress, and a lot of things are ongoing, both international and the local. And Chukwuka is making us proud.
Yes.
Everybody is supposed to key in. Don't be deceived or be behaving like you don't know what is going on, but things are happening. So once again, you are welcome, everybody. I thank Chukwuka who made it possible to continue keeping our leader alive, even though some things are not going well, but Chukwuka is doing something, and our spokesperson, our Prime Minister is doing something, and everybody is doing something according to his own ability. Yes. And I trust Chukwuka will bring our leader out, will get what we are looking for. And today's program reminds me a lot of things that's supposed to be done, even when our leader was alive. This our government in exile is something that is supposed to be put in place. But because of the pressure, a lot of saboteurs and the wicked people surrendered our leader. Chukwuka don't allow him to achieve it, because it could be that our leader started this. They will sabotage every damn thing. They will destroy every damn thing, because every movement our leader made, this people will come against it. So Chukwuka now allowed them to have their own plan way, and they allowed them to kidnap our leader and keep him somewhere. And while he raised another formidable force that can pioneer or move the mountain forward. So now Chukwuka are using our prime minister to achieve it. It's a great thing in this struggle we are fighting, that we have a government in Israel that can stand, even when we have started, even when we are not starting dealing with the zoo. They are shaking, and they see the fruit, they see the result of our government in Israel. So knowing fully well that we are making a lot of progress, I will advise our brothers and sisters to calm down, always talk to Chukwuka and do the right thing. Whatever our prime minister spokesperson said that we're supposed to do, so that it will help us keep on moving forward, so that somebody will not fall victim of what is going on now. Because if he say he don't know, he will fall victim. If he say he doesn't care, who are these autopilot, this and that, who are they, he will fall victim of what you don't know, that is bigger than you. Will fall victim, and nobody will be accept the blame from you. You will bear the consequence by yourself. So the government in Israel is what we're supposed to achieve since, because this is the people that will be talking to other international community, telling them the need of our brothers and sisters that are in the home here, what is going on. They'll be looking, they'll be moving any place that they say that we cannot enter, they will enter that place. Talk to the people, and at last we'll get what we are looking for. Could it be that our leader have achieved this thing since? Now could have got our independence, but because of things that surrounded our leader, and he was not able to move on. So, and Chukwuka gave him a spokesperson. So Biafra government is something that's in existence, and it's something that must be done. It's there in the history. So nobody should deceive herself that he doesn't know the meaning of Biafra government in Israel. Everybody should understand that government in Israel is something that must supposed to be in every genuine freedom fighter, any freedom people that are looking for their self-freedom. Government in Israel must supposed to be in place, because this is the people that will stand to engage in international communities, international bodies, to engage every human rights activities. These are people that will be speaking to other countries, other international community concerning the plight of their people in the home, and they will be forced to do something, because they won't deny that these people are not exist. They know that the people are exist. They will force to do something. If cannot take, if they delay, if they maybe feel like these people are not serious, something will happen. They will remember that these people, their government, write to us or even come to our office to complain. Not that we will be sharing money, sharing billions of money, lobbying, and at the end of the day, we can't see anything we are lobbying. But this one, we'll talk to you face to face. We'll come to your office and we'll write to you. Just as our Prime Minister has written to United Nations, and I read the content, and it's in progress. So the zoo know that this year is no good area for them. And I thank Chukwuka who made it possible once again. Brother, thank you for giving me a platform. I see, keep waiting.
Thank you. Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. You have spoken very well. You have spoken very well. So it is very important that we touch in this very issue of the Biafran government in exile, because some of us that are ignorant, or some of us that are very dubious, some of us, even Biafrans whom we are fighting for, you see them trying to bring a different interpretation, trying to create a different thing in the mindset of the Biafran people, create lies and things that doesn't exist. Everything that is being introduced in this very struggle today are introduced legally. We follow the legal means on how to restore Biafra. We follow all the means, all the ways that need to be followed. We follow it and add to our own, because Biafra is exceptional. Biafra is exceptional. We are not lawbreakers. We follow the law wherever we are. That is why you see the strategy that we followed. And this Biafran government in exile, just as my brother said, it has been there for a very long time. Mazen Nandekano also established it. Mazen Nandekano established it, but the people who were supposed to carry operations out there, we are not capable enough. That is where leadership comes in. That is where leadership quality comes in. People who were supposed to play that role, to be engaging in diplomatic talks and everything, they could not be able to make the move and do what they're supposed to do. They could not be because they don't have that experience, or maybe their mind is still focused on something else. They could not. If not, if we had Biafran government in exile, the kidnapping Mazen Naneka would have handled differently, not the same, not the way it's being handled today. It would have been attacked differently, not the way it's being attacked today. But because all those areas we have been dormant for a very long time, until this time that we have had a capable hand that is able to manage it. And even when Miles Simon Ekpa activated that very Biafran government in exile, when he activated it, we heard him say that some people were being appointed to be in that very position. People who were there before.